Okay, just one last one tonight, which is just looking at when you're graphing trig functions. The textbook in Year 11 doesn't use the right letters or the right format. I always go back to this one. Now sometimes you have to be careful, they might put b inside. It might be bracket bx plus c. But we need to get that out to work out your horizontal shift. We need to get that out of the bracket. So you have to take that out, and when you take that out, that becomes bx plus c over b, because we've taken that factor out. So be wary of that. We'll be having more of that next year. But let's have a look at these ones. So one of the questions was y equals sine, and it's 2 outside of theta plus pi, and to graph that and have a look at that. Now, I always write this on top. That's a 1, that's a 2, that's a pi, and that's a 0. Remembering your A is amplitude. In this case, it's 1. Now, I always go back to your graph. You always draw there. You do your little guidelines. Get into the habit of drawing it every time. Pi over 2, pi, 3 pi over 2, and 2 pi. Now, we know the normal sine graph is 0, or 1, 0, minus 1. It looks like this. Very nice. That's your normal, just y equals sine x. So now what I do is I have a look at each of these and I do one at a time. The amplitude's 1, it stays the same. B gives you the period. You use it for the period, which is 2 pi, because it does, the period is, what is it to do? One complete cycle. It goes from here, up, down, back to there, it repeats. So the normal sine graph, the period, the b is 1 and the period is 2 pi. But this time you work out your period. B in this case is equal to 2. So it'd be 2 pi over 2, which is pi. So what we're going to do now is we're actually going to do this whole thing within pi. So I can get rid of that because we've changed that. And it's just going to go like that and then like that. And the same in that direction. Then D is easy. D is called your vertical shift. If it's plus 2, you move this up 2. But then you have to work out what they call the mean. If we move it up 2, we have to work out this little mean value in the middle. But we'll do that another time. This is a hard one. Now it has to be x minus c. Well, this is x plus pi. So really, that means that c is equal to minus pi. So we're shifting it minus pi. Now this is a bit funny because it's going that direction. I should have drawn a bit further, but if you imagine we're moving that to here, and it does it in pi. So you're just moving that across pi. So basically it becomes the same again because you're moving this from pi over 2 to pi, and then you're starting again, and you just get what you've got there, and you just continue it on. And it depends on what they say between. So it basically looks like that. Make sure you always look at your general form of a trig function. I hope that helped a little bit, and I'll upload all of those now for you. We'll do some more a bit later. I hope it helps with your exams tomorrow. Remembering for exams, I might put a little bit of another video just on how you do your exams.